everybody, this is WRAGGYGOD with a 3 versus 3. This is going to be my first 3 versus 3. I can't even say it. 3 out of 3. And it's going to be the team of Raiden, myself, Raiden, Iceamo, and Titanlee. So we all know each other. It's going to be pretty good against the Protoss of Takeoff. Takeoff like and Humi. Humi Numi. Humi Numi. So this is basically our first game together. It's gonna be a pretty good game. I know because I was in it. What I would say is that we haven't played before, so... I mean, we've played Starcraft before. That's not the issue. We haven't played a 3v3 together, so... It's gonna be interesting to see, well, how we play as a team. And what the opponents do as well. I mean, it's going to be a really good game. And hopefully, it is the one that I remember it being. And it's going to be super awesome. So you guys will enjoy it. As a really early forge goes down for Takeoff, which means he's probably going to go cannons super early. Which I do not recommend. You need units, not cannons. Because cannons are for noobs. Cannons are for noobs. Yeah, Iceamo going his better race as Protoss. We saw in the Best of 5 series, which only had 4 games because, Raiden would. Raiden would, and Iceamo didn't want to play again because he's a noob. And, yeah, we saw that he was better as the Protoss, rather than Zerg. And so, Raiden and Iceamo are pretty much on the same level. Raiden a little bit better than both Titanlee and, Iceamo. 1 versus 1 anyway. Maybe 3 versus 3 he's not as good because he's got more things to worry about. He's not got just himself, and teamwork is very important, and he may not have it. So just get it out. Early barracks, which is super standard for Raiden. Gonna get mass Marines, and in comparison with Humi, he's only just getting out his second racks as Raiden's second is almost complete. And the same with really slow at getting the Marines out. And wow, I am super not sure about this build. Really not sure about Takeoff, as he's building 2 cannons, and he still hasn't even got a gateway out. It is 3.5 minutes into the game. This is super poor play. Anybody watching this thinking I want to go Protoss, you do not get forge and then cannons if you're not proxying, and it's just, oh man, it's just super bad. It's super bad. Iceamo, this is the build you gotta go. You got out of your cybernetics core and some gateways, and you go Zealot and Stalkers, and that pounds, it pounds cannons. Yeah, Titanlee. Not really much is going on. He supply blocked himself for just a second, building out a Marauder. So we're going to see Marauder in the field, as Raiden already has 6 Marines, mass Marines, as he gets his command center out. So, really, oh wow, really oversaturated this mineral line, a super crazy amount. There is at least, let me look, 3, 4, 8, 16, 17 SCVs there, so it's not complete oversaturation, but you can tell that there are a few workers that are not doing their job, so, you know, it is a little bit oversaturated, but not too much. Raiden just owning the APN tab on 140 at the moment, so he is clicking a lot. I think it's because I've been seeing videos of people clicking a lot and think, oh, this will be a good idea. But I don't know, there has been literally no scouting around anywhere of the map, so I'm looking for any scout just to see what's going on, because everybody is playing completely blind, sticking to their own build, as light goes mass Marines, and Titanlee sticks to a Marauder-based build with a couple of supporting Marines, as Iceamo is Zealot heavy, just getting out a couple of Stalkers, but what I would say is that he should be researching researching warp gate, because warping in units is so much better than building, because you can warp them in anywhere where a pylon is. So it's just a lot better, and you can put pylons anywhere on the map, and you will know. Anyway, Iceamo just getting a probe out here, not quite sure what he's doing, just checking that he can expand. He's just waiting for 400 minerals, he's got it now, and he's spent it. So, Raiden WRAGGYGOD, you know nothing about this game. You know that you're doomed, as the light goes for really well-timed expansion. Nobody's really got a mass army up, and it's 7 minutes in, and nobody seems to be pushing out or anything. So it could be good. What I would say is that StarCraft is currently got some new maps. So, yeah, my bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the new maps. The new maps. So, there have been a few new maps released by StarCraft, and as we all know, we were getting super bored of the old ones, such as this one. It's super boring, but they have released a brand new batch, and I would say that they are pretty good in fact, but on another count, they are pretty bad in comparison to the GSL maps. If any of you have heard of the GSL maps, then let me know, because I would love to cast a game on one of those. Maybe I will have a couple coming up anyway on a game that maybe I played it, but they were not GSL. I'm just being a noob. Were just the StarCraft one. So, really bad that they haven't got the GSL maps on the public server yet, because we need it. We need it and we want it. As StarCraft fans, we all need it. We need diversity, so Blizzard, get on that. As we see, Raiden and Titanlee just started to pull their armies together, as with Iceamo, and Humi and Light on the other team are doing the same, whereas Takeoff is pretty much the weak link. He's not really got much. He's not really got much going on. He's got a sentry on the way. He's got a couple of zealots, but nothing really that could rival the amount from Iceamo, and especially with the tanks that Titanlee and Raiden have got. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two armies collide, because there are a lot of units by Like and Humi. A lot of units, as the army is just going to... Like types GG, I don't really know why. And as they run their army up here, they're going to take out all these zealots. There's nothing here. These tanks need to siege, then they're going to get blindsided by these marines as mass marines come in. But siege tanks have just pounded them. They have pounded them. But there has been almost no micro by Humi and Light, which means that Titanlee and Raiden have pretty much walked through this army. Oh, it's Raiden doing all the clicking on 250, so really good stuff. Although it goes down, it was good. It was good. I like that, as Raiden's expansion is now out, and he has got a couple more marines, whereas this is it. There has been no rebuilding by Like, and no rebuilding by Humi. Most definitely no rebuilding from Takeoff, who's been really poor. As we see a medvac with Marauder and some marines, and we're going to see some harassment on Titanlee's mineral line, even though he's got a big army to deal with this, but he has not done anything with this yet, as the Warp Prism is going to warp down some probes to expand on this high-yield expansion. Really good move. I recommend it. I really recommend it, as this medvac is going to drop in the back of Titanlee's base. It has been spotted, but I don't know if he's going to do anything. It's definitely not going to do anything in time, as Humi drops and SCVs are going down. This is going to really cost Titanlee a lot of minerals, a lot of time, a lot of everything, really. Yeah, really good play by Humi. Really recommend medvac drops, because that's what the pros do. They medvac drop like a pro. Just Ult Jig on the map, and making him, just telling him the locations in which he should put some turrets up, so no more medvac drops could happen, and Takeoff really does not know what he's doing. Really does not know what he's doing. Because he is just sending in this measly army. He's on 36 command and it is going to do nothing. In fact, he's actually going to take out this Iceamo expansion, which is really bad news. Because he needs this expansion to start getting out more advanced units, such as Colossus or something of that ilk. And so, I don't know, that was a really good move, without really realizing it, because he only had a couple of units. As Titanlee drops over here, so the expansion is going to go down straight away. Super bad news for Takeoff, who has been just a massive noob. He is researching thermal lats, so we are going to see Colossus on the field, or we're not. He's just going to research it and not build a Colossus, which is stupid. I do not recommend that, as Light gets a really Marauder heavy build with a couple of tanks, so it's a little bit more advanced than Raiden, for example, who's got mass Marines. He's got mass Marines. Look, I'm even going to zoom in. That's how mass it is. Super mass by Raiden. He's got mass. And Titanlee has got a couple of tanks, so the army sizes are pretty much the same, apart from the orange of Takeoff, who's going to have a Colossus on the field, but it is 50 minutes in, and he is super behind. I cannot really explain how behind he is, but if we look at the Army tab, Raiden is on 123 supply. So he's got the biggest army by a long distance. Just starting to get a couple of medvacs out to support his troops, which is going to be really pivotal because oh, no, they've got a few. I forgot to mention upgrades. So has Raiden has got +1 attack, which is going to make a lot of difference, and the Zealots and the Colossus and the Starkers all have +2 damage and +1 armor, so they're going to be super powerful. And Titanlee has +1 armor, so in terms of having more teched up units, Raiden definitely doing a really good job, as an army is just moving in, Light's army, as is Raiden's, as this expansion is going to get taken out, but Raiden's going to intercept this army, and it's all going to go down. Light, really bad. Really late on the stem, and Raiden just tears through it like a knife through butter, like a hot knife through butter, and that is, wow, that is super impressive by Raiden. Super impressive, and the entire army is gone down, and there's nothing left. Humi in all sorts of problems, as is Light, as is Takeoff, and Raiden single-handedly taking out a double army, doing really good, as Iceamo has a super strong offense here with 3 Colossi, all with those upgrades which I mentioned. I think the upgrade on this one damage on the rifle, as well as stimming at the right time, because that was a super good stim, I think that all made a difference, as they are going to pull their armies together one more time, because this could be it, guys. This could be it. Oh man, I'm just going to take a sip of my energy drink real quick. It's a high energy one, which has got massive amounts of glucose and sugar. Wow! Hyper times, WRAGGYGOD! Oh, it goes straight to my head. My mom says I should not drink it, but I say, screw you, Mom. I'm doing my homework now, so I can drink as much sugar as I want, is what I said. So, we look at the APM now, and it is Raiden controlling this mass army, and it is going to take out everything. Takeoff just using one Colossus, which could have been a mistake, but just gets it back in time. Good micro. As this expansion goes down, a couple of probes transferring it at the exact right time, and this army that is pulled together is not going to be done, but there are 6 Banshees, 5 Banshees in there, all headed for Raiden's base. So, a lot could happen here. There is a massive army. This is massive and huge. I can't even explain how big this is. This is super big, but at the same time, there are Banshees attacking Raiden's expansion. So, as everything is going to go down over here, both the armies are going to collide. Bad positioning on the choke, because they need to get down so they can get us around at these stores. But this little army is going to come in too, and I know there's a couple of big mistakes in here that Raiden has not defended his base, so he is dying now. He's got his rally points set all the way away, so he's got no units. Um, this army now is trying to just retreat, regroup. I don't really know what it's doing. It needs to move forward and just take out a base, but I think because Humi has attacked, but it doesn't really matter because Iceamo has got 4 Colossi on the field, which is super impressive, and all these Zealots are going to take everything out, as this army is going to push through as well, and this is going to be it, guys, because there's nothing on the field that can take this army down. It's got mass Marines, he's got mass Colossi with +3 attack and thermal lance, so it's super, super impressive. Really good play by Iceamo, and not only that, but saving his ally, kind of, slightly, as well as getting out more Colossi and charge lot Zealots, or speed lots, depends how you want to say it, or just Zealots with charge, just Zealots with charge, and everything is going to get taken out, and this has got to be GG anytime now, because Yellow is gone, he has got nothing left. Iceamo just, yeah, here we goes. That is GG, guys. These tanks just set up on the low ground so they can't actually see. They can't actually see it. But that is it. They all leave out. And that was a really good game by Iceamo, Titanlee and Raiden against the challengers who were slightly favored. So, you know, kudos to you guys for winning. We did good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. WRAGGYGOD out.